everybody, how you guys doing out there today? Welcome back to another episode of Halloween at the Manor. So this is going to be our haunt update video number 3. Now, if you watched our last haunt update video on the cemetery fountain project, I did mention at the very end of that video that there could potentially be a part 2 to that project. And I have decided to move forward with that part 2. And basically what part 2 is going to be is utilizing a kiddie pool or a baby pool. I'm going to build a base around a kiddie pool, and then what we're going to do is we're going to stick the fountain inside, basically to give the fountain that that elegant mansion style fountain look that you see. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video here. Last night I did kind of mess around with an idea, and I do think that I have an idea in place that will work for this this base. So why don't we go ahead and we'll go into the garage and I'll show you what my idea is, and hopefully you guys enjoy this one, and why don't we go ahead and check it out. So let's get going. All right, guys, so here is the idea that I came up with to build up this wall around the little baby pool that we have here. I built 4 of these little, I'll call brackets here. Basically, this wall is going to be an octagon shaped wall. And I built these 4 pieces here out of 5mm plywood and 2x2 inch furring strips. Now, my original thought was I'm gonna have 4 individual pieces of this and then kind of put them together. I might end up making just 2 of these, kind of putting 2 of these together. Storing 2 instead of 4 might be a little bit easier. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is, the next step will be, I'm going to raise up the wall here. This is roughly from the bottom to the top of the kiddie pool is roughly 8 inches. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna raise up the wall, start building up the wall about 8 inches high. And then I'm probably gonna have to go over to Home Depot or Lowe's at some point and buy a maybe a 1x6 piece of wood if they have that, to kind of put a ledge on the top. I'd like to put some like jack-o'-lanterns and things like that on the edge of this fountain, make it look a little cool. All right, guys, so here is the octagon for where the pool's gonna go. I had just enough 5mm plywood to finish this, which is awesome. I really didn't want to have to go out and buy any more, but this is basically how I kind of made it. This will be completely just grass, but then we can stick the pool on it, and here's the pool right here, and all we have to do is just dump the pool right in. And of course there's going to be, you know, this is going to be covered, so you won't see this. I'm going to have to get some, I don't know, I might even have to get like a 2x8 or something to try to cover all these gaps in here. But then all we're going to do is just then put the base of the fountain in there, and there you go. All right, guys, so I did end up hitting a little bit of a snag here when I kind of started to try to finish this off. I ended up having to rebuild an entire section of this because I was way off on my measurements. That section there I rebuilt. I was like almost 2 inches off. So I was trying to keep this around like 4 feet by 4 feet. And I was like, this section right here was like 4 feet and the other section was like 50 inches. I was way off and it was kind of messing everything up. It wasn't looking right. So I did end up having to go over to Home Depot yesterday, and I bought some bought some 1/2 inch plywood, and basically kind of using this to keep me steady and all my measurements intact. Now, like I said, I didn't have to rebuild this section here, but I am starting to finish this up. All right, guys, I actually got both sections done now, and everything lines up like almost perfectly, so I'm really happy with that. What I'm working on now is I'm putting on a piece of 1/2 inch plywood on the top of both of these half sections here. And what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna put I gotta measure the pool, but I'm gonna put the pool on here, and then I'm just gonna cut out the shape of the pool in this so that the pool will just like drop right in here, and then we'll have this really nice 1/2 inch plywood kind of like as the top of the pool part of the fountain for a ledge. I think that's gonna look really good. It was more than I wanted to do as far as not only work, cost as well, but I think at the end of the day, it's just gonna look better, and I just think it's gonna be worth the extra effort and cost. All right, guys, so I laid the pool on here and I got all the measurements situated. So this black circle that you see is what I'm gonna cut out. I'm actually gonna cut out a little bit in more. I do want there to be a little bit of a lip over the very top of this. So I'm probably gonna cut in just a little bit here. All right, guys, so there it is. I got the top cut off and the pool in there, and I think it looks pretty good. Basically now it's just a matter of making this thing look nicer. So I'm gonna have to go over this and sand everything down, and probably gonna add some trim and stuff to the bottom here. Maybe some, I have a whole bunch of 2x2 inch furring strips that I bought yesterday. Maybe I'll outline that. All right, guys, so here's what I came up with as far as the design for this. Really, it's nothing all that impressive. I just had, like I mentioned, a lot of 2x2 inch furring strips. So I just wrapped the 2x2 inch furring strips around the top and the bottom of this little wall here. I also added in, I had some 3/4 inch plywood left. I just added a couple pieces here, really just to cover up the seams from the 5mm plywood here at the angles. Other than that, that's pretty much all I did. All right, guys, I have finished the build of the pool part of the fountain project, and overall, I think it came out pretty cool. Like I mentioned earlier, I really didn't want to go through the extra expense or what I didn't think was going to be all this extra work, but I think overall it came out really cool. Like I said, I kept it really simple with the design. I did put this piece here on the side so that we can put some screws in here to connect this when we put it outside, and then just take one set of the screws out. I did that on the other side as well, but overall, like I said, I think this came out really cool. Next thing we'll have to do is just kind of go through here and seal everything up with some of that waterproof caulk, and then we'll start painting this. All right, guys, I have both sides of the pool part of the fountain here sealed up. All the seams and screw holes have the waterproof caulk in it. So the next thing we do is we're going to start painting this thing. I'm going to paint it just like I did the fountain. So we're going to put a base of this gray stucco brick paint I got over at Home Depot. Going to sponge on some white to make it look like stone. Going to mist on some of this Rust-Oleum moss green here. And then finally on the inside, I'm going to paint the inside all black. For the pool itself, I'm probably going to spray paint the pool some kind of light gray, and then probably mist it up or make the sides of it look really mildewy, mossy, disgusting, like water's been in there forever. All right, guys, so I ended up finishing painting the pool and the base here, and I think it came out pretty cool. Basically, just went in there and spray painted the pool a gray, and then just kind of misted on the green. Now, again, you're probably not going to see the bottom when we put it out, because we do plan on putting leaves and things in here, so I'm not really too worried about what the bottom here looks like. But overall, I think the base came out pretty cool. Like I said, I painted it just like I painted the this is the base of the fountain, so I painted it the same way, so they'll be symmetrical. But yeah, overall I think it came out pretty cool. I did hit a snag over here. I have the middle bowl to the fountain, of the middle tier, the second tier, and I ended up having to sand off all the paint and repaint it with some spray paint here, because the paint was actually just peeling off. So I really hope that this time this works, and I really hope that I don't have any issues with you know, with these here and then even these here. So I really hope that the paint that I originally put down holds on for the other ones. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to let this dry, and then when it's all finished, I'll put everything together and show you guys what the final product is. All right, guys, so here is a look at the finished fountain project. And overall, I think this thing came out really, really cool. I'm sorry that I ended up setting this up in the garage and not outside, but it just started raining outside, and to be honest with you, I really just didn't want to get this all rained on and messed up and everything, so I just set it up in here. But anyway, I did throw some leaves in here. However, we will not be putting this many leaves in this thing when we put it out in our yard. We just found this huge tree branch in the back of our fence, and I just wanted to clean off all the twigs and stuff. But anyway, like I said, I think this thing came out really, really cool. I am usually very critical of anything that I make and usually don't like it, but this thing I actually think is really, really awesome. I was telling Vanessa, if this thing could withstand the elements a little bit better than it can, we should put this out in the front yard there all the time, because this thing is just really, really neat. But anyway, I'm really curious to see how this thing is going to end up looking in our yard this year, in our yard haunt, the graveyard. To be honest with you, I haven't really seen a lot of people have something like this in their haunts, maybe like a handful of people. So like I said, I'm really curious to see what this is going to look like. I do have to apologize. I don't think I did very well in this video about giving measurements and things like that on how I built the base. This is just one of those things where I was trying to figure it out on the fly, and as you can see in the video, I did run into a couple of snags here and there, and was just basically trying to figure it out. But if you have any questions on how I built the base or anything regarding the fountain, just put them in the comment section, and I'll be happy to try to help you guys out as best I can. But anyway, really want to thank you guys a lot for watching this one. We greatly appreciate it. In the comment section, let us know what you guys think about the final product here. Like I said, I'm very happy with it. Vanessa saw it. She thinks it looks awesome. So we're both very pleased with how it came out. But anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching. We greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care, and we will definitely see you in the next one. Bye.